Hello everyone, this is Patti Behan and thanks for watching me today. In this video we're going to make this beautiful Easter card that has a metallic shine to it. We'll be using this Simon Hurley Create stamp set, some of his die ink pads, and Ranger's foil sheets. And to adhere the foil sheets we'll be using Sticky Embossing Powder. So let me show you how. To begin, you'll need a piece of Simon Hurley stark white cardstock cut to 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then we're using his newest He Is Risen stamp set. And I'll be using the cross with the flowers on it. So I've placed it on an acrylic block. And then next we're going to ink it up with some Ranger Emboss It clear embossing ink. And make sure you get plenty of ink onto the stamp. And then we're going to stamp it off to the left a little bit because we're going to put a sentiment up at the top right corner. Okay, once you stamp that, let me see if you can see. I'll bring it up to the camera. Not really, but anyway, it's there, believe me. Now I'm going to take the sticky embossing powder and I'm working on a piece of scrap paper, and then you're going to pour this sticky embossing powder over the whole image and take off the excess, and now you can see that the image is there. And this sticky embossing powder, when you heat it, it melts and then it becomes sticky so that you can adhere things to it, and that's what we're going to do here. So now I'm going to take the heated craft tool and I'm going to heat it up till it just melts. You don't want to heat it too long because then the glue will go into the paper. We want it to stay on top. So as soon as you see it's shiny, you're done. And this stays sticky for a second. Now we're going to take our transfer foil and put it the color side up, and you're just going to rub your finger over the stamped image and it will stick to the sticky portions. And then I'm taking a craft scraper here to help me make it stick a little better, and if you see you miss a spot, you can go back and reapply the foil. And you want to get it so it doesn't really feel sticky anymore. And you're not going to get a solid image, but I think that's a pretty cool look to it. It gives it a little bit more texture plus the shine. Okay, so now that's done, we're going to take the inside of the cross and I put it on a stamp block, and we're going to stamp that in the middle. I'm going to put the magnets to hold my card down on the Wendy Vecchi Make Art Station, and use some GUR Simon Hurley dye ink. Ink up your stamp and then go ahead and stamp it. Sorry that my head's getting in the way there. I just have to see what I'm doing. Okay, and then once that's done, it looks like this. Let me bring it up a little bit closer. And now we're going to color it in. So I'll go ahead and put my magnets back on to hold my card down. And I'm going to put it on all 4 corners. And now I'm ready to color in the flowers here. First I'm going to start with Slippery When Wet. And I want to let you know that I'm using the Ranger Silicone Matte as my palette. And I'm going to swipe the color onto that matte. And then next is Sidewalk Chalk. Put some on there too. And then we have some fake plant. And I'm going to watercolor the flowers, and to do that I'm using the Tim Holtz Fine Detailer Tip water brush. And first I'm going to color in the leaves with the fake plant. And then the sidewalk chalk, I'm going to color in the 2 roses and then one of those lilies up there. And next we are using the Slippery When Wet for the rest of the flowers. Okay, and now that's done, and just so you can get a closer look here. See, the video really doesn't do this justice. It's really pretty. It's really shimmery. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the background. And to do that, I'm using a digital die cut of the cross here, and I'm going to use that as a mask. All of Simon's photopolymer sets come with digital die cuts that you can purchase separately to use with your electronic die cutting machines. And now I'm using the Scene Maker stencil and some Clear Sky inks, and I have an ink blending tool with our new domed foam, and I'm going to ink up the tool, and then I'm going to wipe off some of the excess here because I only want a slight bit of color for my background, and whatever's left on the foam pad here is going to be enough to do the whole background. So now I'm going to place the magnet on the mask to hold it down, and then we're going to place our stencil like so, and then we just lightly go across the stencil with the ink and as we begin to make our background. We're going to repeat this going down the entire card, and you can vary the placement of the stencil so that all the clouds don't look the same, and all it needs is a light touch with the ink, and you don't need to re-ink your foam. Just continue until you get to the end, and once that's done we can remove our mask and we can just blend it all together a little more. Go ahead and blend out the edges just to give it a softer look. Okay, and I think that's good. Let me bring it closer so you can see. And now we're going to stamp our sentiment. And let me get this out of the way. And to do that, I'm using the Have a Blessed Easter sentiment. And I've put it on the acrylic block. And I'm going to use sidewalk chalk again. And I'll ink up the stamp and then go ahead and place it in the top right hand corner, just like that. Okay, and now we can put this together. So what I did is I took a pink card base and we're going to just center it on there. That's a regular A2 size card. And then to attach it, I'm going to letter it double stick tape on all the 4 sides and remove the liner tape, and then just place it on there in the center. Press it down and then you're done. You have this soft, dreamy Easter card that has just the right amount of shimmer and shine. Not only that, it's really simple to make too. That didn't take long at all. So if you'd like to give this a try, we have a link to the full supply list in the description box below. And please subscribe to our channel for more crafty videos. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.